guys, it's Nelly. Welcome back to my channel. It has been a while since I last sat down to film a makeup tutorial. By the way, also thank you so much for the love in my last video that I filmed with Ashley. I had so much fun filming that video. It was a blast, but I am so happy to be back filming makeup tutorials. Look, I'm holding my hand so weird. I am so happy to be back filming makeup tutorials for you guys. For today's video, I am going to be doing this makeup look right here. This was inspired by the talented, beautiful Amrezy and her collaboration with Anastasia Beverly Hills. I've had this palette sitting, I have wig hair in my mouth. I've had this palette sitting in my makeup collection for weeks now, and I was trying to find the perfect time to sit down to film with it, and today is that day. I also have a wig on, and I also dyed my hair back to black. So the wig now matches perfectly, but you can kind of see my baby pieces right here, which, by the way, my hair has grown so much. But yeah, so if you want to see how I got this makeup look inspired by Amrezy using the Amrezy palette, then definitely keep on watching. And we're not only using her palette, but we are also going to be using her techniques to create this look. She uploaded 2 IGTV videos a couple weeks ago, so I was like glued to the screen watching all of her techniques, absorbing everything, because I think we can all agree her face is flawless. Like, she is beautiful. She's stunning. So I definitely wanted to learn some of her techniques, so I applied that to this video as well. If you want to see how I got this Amrezy inspired makeup look, then keep on watching. Okay guys, so we are ready to go ahead and get started. I just got out of the shower, hence why my hair is so wet. I'm going to take a headband and I'm just going to push it back, and then we are going to style it later. I'm going to go ahead and take some concealer. I'm actually going to be trying a new concealer for today's video. These are the e.l.f. Hydrating Camel Concealers. I have 2 shades. I picked up the shade Fair Beige and Light Sand. I'm going to take Light Sand. By the way, I think I said these are from e.l.f. I don't remember, but they're from e.l.f. So I'm going to take the shade Light Sand, and I'm going to use this to carve out the brows and also apply all over the lid to set for eyeshadow. Well, not to set, to prime for eyeshadow. So I always like to take my concealer and like really build it right here in the inner corner, because I have some darkness in the inner corner. So I know it always looks a little crazy, like a little bit like raccoon eyes, but trust me, if you have a dark inner corner, take your concealer out a little bit further than normal to conceal all of those darkness that you might have there. I like to go in with a beauty sponge, and I'm just gonna blend that in to make sure that concealer is nice and smooth. We are going to be using the Amrezy palette. I am so excited to play with this palette. I've had it, ooh, it's actually glittery. Like, I thought it was like a print, but no, it's like actual glitter. Wow, this is gorgeous. I've just had this palette sitting there because I wanted to find the perfect opportunity to play with it. So I'm so happy that I'm finally getting the chance to play with it. So wait, before we go in with the palette, I'm gonna take some translucent powder, just a little bit, nothing too crazy. And I am just going to set the lid just a little bit. So I am going to take a blending brush. This is my Sigma E40. It's very used and abused, but it's my favorite ever. I'm going to take a little bit of the shade New Yorker and OG. I'm going to mix the 2. And I'm going to apply this to the crease as my transition shade. So I'm going to pack it on all over that crease area. I have a little eczema patch right there, so you're gonna see some dryness in that area. I apologize. Miami has been so cold and rainy. It is totally bipolar at this moment. So my skin has been kind of freaking out a little bit the other day I was, I always like to go in and kind of like shave my face. I know that sounds super weird, but I kind of just like to take off the peach fuzz, and my skin was like flaking off of how dry it has been. I'm gonna take the shade Wasted with the brush that came in the palette, and I'm gonna put that in the brow bone as my brow bone highlight. Okay, so I went ahead and I took a little break. Sorry, I had to have lunch. So I did carve up the tops of my brows because I felt like, I don't know, I felt like my face didn't have shape. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take the shade Semsa, which is the purple shade that's in the palette, this shade right over here. I'm gonna take it using a crease brush. This is from Moda Pro. This is what it looks like. And I'm gonna take this shade and I'm just going to concentrate it here in the crease as well, just to kind of blend things and make things just a little bit more purple. Okay, I'm gonna go in with a little bit of 1988, which is the dark brown shade. And I'm gonna take this with the brush that came in the palette, and I'm only going to focus this in the outer corner and bring it up a little bit just to add some depth to the outer corner. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take my concealer once again, and I am just going to carve out the whole entire lid area. I'm gonna take a little bit more of the dark brown, and I'm gonna work that in the outer corner just to soften that up a little bit and then it's not so harsh. So I'm just working this right here in the outer corner. I'm gonna go ahead and take the shade Wasted, which is the shade that we used up in the brow bone, and I'm going to pack this right here in the inner corner of the eyes. Now I'm gonna go ahead and take the shade Anastasia, this one right over here, with that same brush, which by the way, I'm using a MAC 242 brush. I'm going to spray my brush. I'm gonna put this in the center of the lid and back. I'm gonna wipe off that brush, the MAC brush, get it as clean as possible. I'm gonna go ahead and take the shade Barb, and I'm gonna put this right on top, like in the inner corner right here. And I'm gonna make sure that the two shades kind of mix in really well. And now I'm gonna go ahead and take a tiny bit of the shade Liddy, which Liddy is this beautiful pressed glitter right here. I'm gonna take Liddy and I'm going to apply, ooh, that's pigmented. I'm going to apply a little bit right here in the center of the lid. And Rezy did a look similar to this on her Instagram, and I loved it. It was so pretty. So I'm trying to kind of recreate it. So now I'm gonna go ahead and take a makeup wipe, and I am going to wipe off all of this fallout that we have. And I'm also going to make the outer corner really nice and sharp. Okie dokie, so I am pretty happy with that for now. If anything, we can come back to it later and touch it up. The only thing that I do have to say is that the shadows are so glittery that the glitters kind of go up towards the crease just a little bit, so just be mindful of that. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and take a liquid liner, and I'm just going to create a wing look. I need my mirror really nice and close to do so. Okay, so the eyes are done for now. I don't know why I'm being so picky today. Like, this has taken me so long to do. I'm never this picky with like an eye makeup, but for some reason I want this makeup look to like come out extra nice. I don't know, but yeah, so the eyes are done for now. I'm giving them a break because I feel like I'm dissecting every little thing. You know when you have those days where you're just like dissecting every little thing about your face? I'm having one of those days where I'm like looking at everything, like this eye like droops more than this eye, and like I don't know what it is, but I feel but let's go ahead and move on to the skin. I'm going to be following Amrezy's routine. She does her skin very different, and I think I want to do the routine the same exact way. I'm going to start off by spraying my face with the iconic London Prep Set and Glow, and I'm just going to give my skin a good spritz. And I'm going to get my chest as well, just so that it could be nice and shiny. So Amrezy actually says that she tends to skip primer, but I actually have this new primer by Glam Glow, which is called the Super Mattify Primer, and I want to give it a try. And this is what it looks like. I already scooped up a little bit, and I'm going to put that on the back of my fingertips, and it says to rub it in between your fingers to kind of activate it and then press it into the skin. Okay, so she actually goes in with contour first, and then she highlights and does her whole foundation routine. So I am going to be taking the Kevyn Aucoin Supernatural Concealers in EC07 and 08. I'm going to mix the two. I'm going to start with E08 first, and I'm just going to start to contour. So I am applying this on the areas where I would normally contour, and then I'm going to take the lighter shade EC07 to do my nose. I'm going to blend it out using my Il Makiage foundation blending brush. This is technically a foundation brush, but I love it to blend out my contour. It's just so dense. It's perfect to blend everything out. So I am just blending this all away. It looks crazy, I know, but it comes together. I've done this routine a couple times. Oh my god, I look crazy! I have done this routine a couple times already, and the outcome is so beautiful. Like, it comes together, but you do look crazy. So I'm going to go ahead and take some concealer. I'm going to mix in the light sand and the fair beige that I showed you guys in the beginning of this video. So I'm going to start with light sand first, and I am just going to apply this right here under the eyes. I'm also going to apply a little bit on the sides of the nose. I'm going to do a little bit on the chin, and then center of the forehead, and then down the bridge of the nose and tip of the nose. I'm going to take a little bit of the light sand and just pop that in the inner corner of the eye. Okay guys, so I know this is crazy. It looks like a lot. I'm gonna go ahead and wet my beauty sponge, and then I'll be right back to blend everything out. Okay, so now I'm gonna go ahead and blend out the nose. See, I told you guys it comes together. You just gotta trust the process. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and do a little bit of foundation. This is the Dior Forever foundation, and I am in the shade 030. So I'm gonna take about 2 pumps and a half, and I'm gonna go in, shirt keeps falling, I'm gonna go in with my sponge. And then I'm just going to apply the foundation on the areas where we did not apply any product. And I'm also going to blend the foundation in with that contour so that it is not too harsh or too orangey, and that everything kind of blends in a little bit more seamless. You do not want to apply the foundation under the eyes. You only just want to apply it right here in the cheek area. See? Woo! Yes! And I'm really zoomed in today because I hear you guys in the comments telling me that my videos are a little bit too far back. So you guys are zoomed today, okay? You guys are super zoomed in so that you can really see what it is that I am doing. And don't forget to bring your foundation down to your neck, Because if not, see, look at that. We don't want that. That's a no-no. Okay, so you need to make sure that everything is nice and blended evenly and bring it all the way down. You guys, you gotta blend. Don't be lazy with your blending, okay? You gotta blend, because if not, you're gonna be embarrassed when you're out in the street, and we don't want that, okay? You need to blend. Take your time blending. I know it's time consuming, but it is so worth it. Blend, blend, blend. You gotta blend. See right here? You gotta blend that baby in. So now we're gonna go ahead and set with powder. I'm using my Ben 9 Fair Powder with my Derma Blend. And I'm going to mix the two together. And I'm going to set the under eyes. Make sure that you don't have any creasing. And I'm also cleaning up the contour. She actually takes a brush and she like blends the powder into her skin. Like she like pushes that powder into the skin. She doesn't buff it out. She pushes it into the skin. So I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna just start like pushing this into my skin and see what happens. And I'm gonna go in with a bigger brush and push this product in. Oh wow, yeah, it does make a difference. Look how smooth that looks. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and work in the lower lash line. I'm going to take a black kohl liner and I'm going to line my waterline. And then I'm gonna go back into the palette and I'm going to take the shade 1988. And I'm gonna put that really close in my lower lash line. A little bit more of the purple shade. And I'm just gonna smoke out the lower lash line. Like really smoke it out. So now that the eyes are done, let's go ahead and finish the face. I'm going to contour a little bit using my Hoola bronzer. And I'm just going to apply this right here and here in the forehead. And I'm gonna take a smaller brush and I'm going to contour the sides of the nose. And now I'm gonna go ahead and bronze. And to bronze, I am using the Wonder Trip for Two bronzer. I love this bronzer. It is so good. And I'm just going to bronze up the skin just a tad bit more. Now I'm gonna go ahead and apply blush. And I think I'm gonna do the blush that's in this palette just because I really like this blush. So I'm just gonna take that, apply it to the tops of the cheekbones, like in the apple of the cheekbones. Like how pretty is that? And I like to take a big fluffy brush and I'm just going to buff out the skin. This is going to make sure that we get rid of any excess powder that we may have, and it's going to smooth everything over. To highlight, I am taking my Amrezy highlighter. I love this highlighter, and since it is her look, like a look inspired by her, we're going to use it. I'm going to put this on the tip of the nose, down the bridge of the nose. Ooh, yes. Okay, so moving on to lips. I'm going to start off by lining my lips using the KKW Beauty No. 2 lip liner. And then for lipstick, I'm going in with the KKW Beauty and Mario He's a Mixer. And then I'm going to top it off with the Proud of You gloss, also from KKW Beauty. Okay guys, so I am going to go ahead and apply lashes, do something to my hair, and then I'll be right back. But before I go, I'm going to spray some more of the iconic London Prep Set and Glow Spray. So let me do that, and then I'll be right back with my hair and lashes done. Okay. Time to figure out what we're going to do to the hair. Okay you guys, so this is it. This is the completed look. I did throw on a wig just because I have been filming this video for like 4 hours at this point. I started at 1:30 and it's 5:50. For some reason, this took me forever to do today, but it could be the fact that I haven't filmed in over a month at this point. Like, I've pre-recorded, but I haven't like sat down to film in a really long time. So this took me a little while, but yeah, this is it, you guys. This is a completed look. This is everything using the Amrezy palette in collaboration with Anastasia Beverly Hills. Not only did we try her eyeshadow palette, but we also tried some of her makeup techniques, and I'm really happy with the way that my skin turned out and that everything looks really flawless and beautiful. So yeah, this is it. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe before you go. Don't forget to tag me if you decide to recreate this look. I love you all so much, and I'll see you in my next video. Mwah!